Hey everyone, welcome back to Mandy's Place. I'm here to show you a little bit of a tutorial. I had somebody ask me to make this, so I jumped right on the bandwagon because I know how hard it can be to find certain tutorials. Either way, they asked me to do it, so I'm going to do it. So, materials you're going to need, first off, I'm making an envelope flip book, as you guys can see in the title, but things you're going to need, paper, whatever paper you want to use to make it. A scoreboard, and something to cut your paper. I say scoreboard, but this is the We Are Memory Keepers punch board. It makes the envelope. It's the envelope punch board. So here tells you what size card that you're going to make, what size envelope will hold the card, and what size paper you need in order to make this happen. So if you guys wanted to use your 6x6 cardstock or any 6x6 pads of paper that you have, you can go here and know that a 6x6 piece of paper will make a envelope that will hold a card that is 3x4. So just an easy way to go about that. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, you can make whatever size you want. Like this holds a piece of paper that's 11.5 by 11.5. So, however, you just make yours whatever size you want. The one that I had questions being asked is this one, and this one I made in the size of 4x6. So this, I wanted to know that this was going to hold about a 4x6. Not that I'm putting letters in here, but it's just the size that I wanted it to look at. So when you look at this, you know like a 4x6 card would fit in this. So ideally you know what size it will be. So that's what I based this one off of. Today, just to save time and energy and everything else, I have two pieces of paper here, so I'm going to cut them, I don't even know, maybe we'll just do the same thing, the 4x6, why not? So if I want a card that's 4x6, I need to cut the paper 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. See, that's not going to work, because, we will do a card, see, you can also do like a 3.5 by 3.5, 6x6, we'll just do this one, the 3/4, the 3x4. We're just going to cut these down 6x6, only because it's easy, and I can cut them straight in half and just be done with it for the sake of the video, instead of having to pull out more papers. These are just some single sheet pieces of paper that I have, and you're just going to read your scoreboard. And right here is the 6 mark. You want to line it up. On this one, as long as you line them all up at the same point on your scoreboard, that's all you need to worry about. These lines here tell you where to line them up. And I took forever, and I just recently learned this, this is the line. It says 7 inches at this line, right? See, it says like 7 here, 8 here, and this is obviously 7.5. But I wasn't too sure exactly where I was supposed to put my paper, because every scoreboard and every cutting board is a little different. And the spaces here, I mean, that's a little bit of a measurement, you know what I mean? So I was like, do I put it on the line, in the middle of the line, above the line? I wasn't sure. But here's the thing. If you line all your papers up at the same way, like for here, we're going to do the 6. I'm going to line my paper up line it up directly with that line underneath. So where that line starts is where I'm going to put my paper. And like I said, as long as everything is cut in the same way, that's all you need to worry about. And then I just messed up my paper because I'm going to cut it all the way through. Way to go me. Okay, anyway. So here's 2 6x6. I'll cut this one down. I know you can't see, but I'm just lining it up, like I said, with the 6, and I'm cutting it. This is quite big. I do mine backwards, so I can see the lines closer to me. A lot of people will, this video is going to stop. Watch, my sister's bugging me right now. A lot of people put it the right way, where this is up at the top, and then you score from there. But I like it, towards me. I know that's weird, but I just like it. I don't like it being so far away and doing it this way. I'd like it closer to me. But either way, here we go. 2 6x6s, and we're going to do one in this one. Just going to line it up with the 6. And since this is a 12 by 12, they're both 12 by 12 sheets of paper, you can get 4 envelopes out of each sheet. So that would be a total of... Okay, guys, back again. My sister is one of those people who, if I decline her call or if I'm not text messaging her back, she will keep at it and keep at it for the next 20 minutes. And it's just like, I declined your phone call in not answering your text messages because I'm obviously doing something. That drives me absolutely crazy, and I hope she watches this video. You could make 8 envelopes that are 6 by 6 size out of the 2 12 by 12s, because you can get 4 out of 1. So anyway, this is what we're going to use, and we're going to pull out our We Are Memory Keepers scoreboard. And we're going to, like I said, find that we are using a 6 by 6 piece of paper, and there's 2 of them here that use a 6 by 6 measurements. One that makes it 3 by 4 and one that makes it 3.5 by 3.5. We're just going to go with the 3 by 4, and it'll tell you your score line is 2 5/8, okay? So here, it actually tells you, like, this is 2 and 1 1/8, 1 4, 3/8, a half, 5/8, stuff like that. It tells you on this board, so that makes it really, really easily. So here again, so we're scoring at 2 5/8. So we'll go to 2 5/8. Again, I stop my paper exactly where the line begins. You're going to punch, and you're going to score. And you want to score on the side that you want to show, because when you go to fold this, you actually fold it the opposite way you scored it. So keep that in mind. So there's a score line there. Not that you can really see it because this paper isn't great. Oh, there you go. You can see it. So next we're going to do is we're going to line that up with this little tick right here, this little marker right here. You want that to line up with your score line. Don't worry about the measurements anymore. You just want to make sure this line is lined up with this guy. And then you're going to punch, and you're going to score again. And then you're going to do the same thing. But this time, if you did it right the first time, it should line back up at 2 5/8. See that? This lines up, and this number is 2 5/8 again. You're going to punch, and you're going to score. And then you're going to do the same thing. Line this up, punch, and score. And you're going to do that to all 4. So we're going to do that again. 2 5/8. Punch, score. Super easy. And you can make all size kinds of envelopes with this board. I love it. You can also make, this is how I make my memory dex cards, is with this board. You can also make bows. You can make all kinds of things with this guy. You want to make sure you empty out. These guys stack up in there, and it'll make it hard to punch. So you want to make sure you clean that out. All it does is it just falls right out. But if you don't move your board at all, they just like come up in a big stack, and your little puncher here will get stuck, and you won't be able to punch. So do this again. 2 5/8. This is super easy, so I'm not even going to pause the video. 2 5, or no, we're just lining this one up. You want to push with a firm hand, but not too hard, because you don't want to rip your paper. You don't want to cut through your paper. And then, there we go. And then one more. Again, I don't know what it is with people today. Why does everybody want to bug me today when I'm in the middle? Okay, we already punched. Sorry, guys. Score. Punch. Score. Punch. Score. That's all you do. It's easy, easy, easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See, that sounded kind of loud because they stacked up. See how they stacked up perfectly? It's like a pretty big, thick. Anyway, so I'm going to put this all back. Don't need it no more. Hasta mañana. And then we're just going to go and we're going to fold these. You guys also need any kind of glue or adhesive that you want to use for this. I love my dry glues. I don't like wet glues. I just don't like it. So you're going to fold 3 of the sides. Just get them all nice and folded real quick. And this is where you can decide if you want them opened long ways. See how this letter is long ways? Or you could have it closed and opened at the top. However you want. But being this is a flip book, I'm going to have it open like this. Makes a little more sense in my head, but you can do it however you want. No right or wrong way to crafting. And maybe I should have grabbed some glue or tape or something and I didn't. But that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Well, maybe it does. Hold on. I will grab something. All my tape is out on the table. Okay, so just for the sake of this video, we're gonna use this. I hate this stuff. That's okay, it'll work for now. And I'm just gonna cut some off. So it's just gonna be here long enough to show you guys what's going on. And that's it, so. All right, so you're gonna put some tape down. And I put mine on these flaps here, and then I put this up here because we know that this will cover the flaps. And this is something else that you guys could do if you wanted to. You guys can trim this off a little bit, like that. So it's more flat in the middle. You can also round the edges up here. The We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board up here is actually a corner rounder. Rounds a corner. See that? We'll do that to all of them just because I already started. Super simple, easy, chop, chop. All right. That also leaves little tiny tidbits everywhere. So I'm just gonna put these in about where they should be. Use, like I said, whatever glue adhesive you want. This is just what I had on hand right this second as I was filming, because I didn't actually think about the taping of this. This is actually double-sided duct tape, or the double-sided clear sticky tape from Duck for windows. We do our upstairs windows. We cover them in plastic every year, and whatever tape is left over, I just kind of steal for myself. It's not great tape, but it works for like things like this. Like, oops, if you go over, just cut that off like I did. It works for things like this. That doesn't really matter. Okay, so here's the fun kicker part. Double-sided tape likes to hate me, and especially this stuff. Oh, there we go. You just gotta pull it off. Pull that little backing off. Oh, that actually came off pretty easy. You fold them in, and fold this up. See? That's all you gotta do. And then you're gonna do that to the rest of them. Very quick like. This video is gonna take 20 minutes just because I can't get the tape off. Anyway, I usually have a, here it is. I keep a little pin, and my little pin helps me pick these up. Guys, I need to do my nails so bad. It's on the agenda, okay? It's on, there we go. Look at that. Okay, so much easier. I have fat fingers, and nothing wants to work with me. Oh, that one's done. Durr, dirt, dirt, dirt. Anyway. It's all about getting under it. Okay. This is that one that we cut. See how they look differently? You could also round this corner too if you wanted to. Either way, I'm just showing you guys how to make it. You guys can do all the fancy details yourselves. You guys could use corner punches if you wanted to. That could be pretty cute. However, the all these tops you're not gonna see. How I make mine. This is just how I make mine. There's no right or wrong way to make them. If you find a different way that you like, by all means, go for it. I'm just showing you guys how I made mine. So, that being said, this is all we do. You ready for this? So you want to figure out which one you want on top. And yeah, I think, okay, so the black one's gonna be on top, and this is all you do. Ready for this? I'm gonna put this in this way. Okay, and that's how it sits. And you're gonna glue this little flap that went in here. You're gonna glue or tape this, and then you're gonna stick it right in here. And then this is where I get confused. Hold on. This one. This one goes in here, and then this one goes in here. Okay, and then what I do is when it's folded over and you glue all those in, you can make another score line if you want. So I did on mine, so I'll show you guys how I did. Okay, this is too much. This shouldn't be. Okay. This gets confusing for anybody, especially me when I'm trying to think about it. Okay, this goes here. One goes here. Go in there. This one goes here. Alright guys, I need to think about this for a second because I'm going crazy. And this one goes here. That's not right because that leaves that one black. Okay. This one. Alright. This one goes this way. Once again, you can do this however you want. I'm just trying to make it so it's what I wanted it to look like. Okay, here we go. This one goes here. Oh, my Lanta. That was more confusing than I wanted it to be. Okay, so I do it this way because I really like how the envelope comes over the top and it makes it look like another envelope on front. You don't have to do it this way, like I said. You can play with these however you want. Most people actually do it in a line. Hold on. First things first. I'm getting ahead of myself. I actually make another score line here after I get them in the right way that I want them. You can put this back on your scoreboard. And you can do this if you know which one you want to begin with. Whatever. And I just kind of like guesstimate a good amount that's going to cover the envelopes that are there. And just line it up and guesstimate, you know. And where, oh, I never put this thing away. And we're going to make another line, another score line, which is called a gusset, that just lets your paper fold again. That way it actually folds over all your things and it makes a nice crisp line. Do you guys see that? Nice and square. And it covers it. So what I do next is I actually put tape or glue right there in that gusset and I fold this over so all the envelopes are glued to the top right here. And then after it's done, your thing's all ready to go. But once again, like I said, you will glue all these into place with their little guys, their little flaps inside them. How most people I've seen do this, they do it this way. And they will glue the flap here, this flap to the back of this one, and so on and so forth. And you don't have to use pattern paper for this. You can do regular cardstock and then put pattern paper on top of it. But this is another way that I've seen people do it, is like this. And then when it closes, it'll close like a little book like this. And it'll look the same, but it'll open completely different. So, I mean, like I said, just play with it. You're literally just putting a whole bunch of envelopes together in whatever kind of way you want. And I swear that if I can't get this right today, I'm gonna go crazy. This goes here. Okay. One of these pieces is not connecting the way I want it to. Okay. So, one goes in here like this. There we go. Another one goes in this way. And this one is not exactly cut right or scored right or whatever. You can just put a little notch off. Nobody's going to see it anyway. And I'm going to put this in there. I think it's this piece of paper here. There we go. And then this one goes in here like this. There we go. Figuring it out. All right. And then this is my flip book. So that way mine flips like this, like an actual book. And then you can just glue this down on the top if you want. That's what I do. And that's how I got it to look like this. So again, they open like this. This is a pocket. This is not. These are both pockets. That one's not a pocket and this one is a pocket. So here where it opens up, like these are both pockets, these are both not pockets, and these are both pockets. All depends on how you want to do it. However you want. They're just fun and easy, and if you guys recreate these, I would love to see them on Pass on Facebook. I hope this tutorial wasn't too annoying. If I helped you guys out, like I said, please add Pass. I'll have the link to that Facebook group in the description box below. It is ran by me and my what do they call that? Not a co-host, but admin. The co-admin is also Anna Colby. We're there to help you guys. That is, you know, my group is all about crafting. You guys can share links, what you guys have made, what you guys want to make, questions. If you guys went on a shopping spree, it is called Pass. Paper Addicts Secretly Shopping. So we do want to see things that you have bought. Please share. And, you know, coupon codes are always welcome there also. So anyway, this was my envelope flip book. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you guys for stopping. Bye.